Before we dive in, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from. Let's begin. The rain hammered against cracked pavement as Chen gripped the address scribbled on damp paper. Suite 412. Riverside Medical Plaza. The veterinary clinic she'd applied to 3 times, rejected twice, desperate for the third to be different. She wore a thrift store navy blazer over a white blouse with a loose button she'd safety pinned from the inside. Black slacks that were too long, pooling slightly over scuffed flats. Her dark hair was pulled into a bun that had already started falling apart in the storm. No umbrella. No backup plan. The building loomed ahead, all steel and tinted windows, nothing like the modest clinic photos online. Water dripped from her chin as she pushed through glass doors into a lobby of polished granite and abstract art. A security guard looked up from his desk. Chen. Interview at 4. He glanced at his screen, frowned. 4th floor. Take the west elevator. She rode up alone, shoes squeaking against the floor, leaving wet prints behind her. The hallway was silent except for the hum of fluorescent lights. Suite 412. She knocked. Come in. Maya stepped inside and froze. This wasn't a clinic. Floor-to-ceiling windows overlooked the city. A massive desk sat in the center, buried under architectural blueprints and contracts. Behind it stood a man in a charcoal 3-piece suit, crisp white shirt open at the collar, platinum watch catching the gray afternoon light. Mid-30s. Sharp cheekbones. Eyes like black coffee, fixed entirely on her. He didn't smile. You're late. I'm sorry, I. Sit. Maya's legs obeyed before her brain caught up. She sat in the leather chair across from him, water pooling beneath her. He remained standing, studying her like she was a puzzle he hadn't asked for. Your resume. Her stomach twisted. I think there's been a mistake. I'm looking for Riverside Animal Care. Suite 412. This is Suite 412. Riverside Development Group. His voice was cold, controlled. You're in the wrong place. Heat flooded her face. I'm so sorry. I'll just. What's your name? Chen. And you walked into a private office without confirming the company name, Chen? She stood, legs shaking. It won't happen again. Sit down. Something in his tone made her obey. He moved around the desk, leaning against it, arms crossed. This close, she could see the exhaustion carved into his features, the tension in his jaw. You look desperate. The words hit like a slap. Excuse me? Soaked. Late. Wrong building. That's desperation, not carelessness. He tilted his head. How badly do you need work? Pride burned in her throat. That's none of your business. It is if I'm about to offer you a job. Maya's breath caught. What? I need an assistant. Someone organized, discreet, unconnected to my usual circles. His gaze pinned her in place. Someone who has everything to lose and no reason to betray me. You don't even know me. I know you're drowning. I know you walked through a storm to get here. I know you're still sitting in that chair even though I've given you every reason to leave. He straightened. 60,000 a year. Start tomorrow. 8 a.m. sharp. The number made her dizzy. Why? Because I'm tired of people who want something from me. You just want to survive. He turned back to his desk. Doors behind you. Take the offer or don't. Maya stood slowly. Her soaked blazer clung to her skin. Her heart hammered against her ribs. What's your name? He glanced over his shoulder. Dominic Cross. She recognized it immediately. Real estate developer. Scandal 2 years ago. Something about a partner's suspicious death. Charges dropped. Reputation destroyed. Every instinct screamed at her to run. "I'll see you tomorrow, Mr. Cross." His expression shifted, something dark and satisfied crossing his face. "Good. Don't be late this time." Maya walked out, legs trembling. The elevator doors closed. She stared at her reflection in the metal, wet and desperate and terrified. She just accepted a job from a man who might be a killer. And the worst part? She didn't have the luxury of saying no. Maya arrived at 7:45 a.m. wearing the same blazer, now dry, over a different blouse. Gray this time. Still safety pinned. She'd spent the night researching Dominic Cross until her phone died. Business partner. Marcus Webb. Dead in a construction site accident. Dominic was there. No witnesses. Case closed due to insufficient evidence. The office was empty when she entered. A sleek desk sat outside Dominic's door, her name already on a placard. Maya Chen, executive assistant. Coffee. Black. 2 sugars. She jumped. Dominic stood in his doorway wearing black slacks and a burgundy dress shirt, sleeves rolled to his elbows. Tired eyes. Sharper than yesterday. "Good morning to you too," she muttered. "I don't do pleasantries before 9. He disappeared into his office. Maya found the break room, made the coffee, returned. She knocked. "Just come in. You work here now." His office smelled like leather and something else. Smoke, maybe. Old fires. He sat behind his desk, surrounded by blueprints labeled Riverside Towers. The project that had ended with Marcus Webb's death. She set the coffee down. He didn't look up. "Your job is simple. Manage my schedule. Screen my calls. Keep people I don't want to see away from me." He finally met her eyes. "And don't ask questions about things that don't concern you. Like what happened to your partner?" The temperature in the room dropped. Dominic stood slowly. "Brave or stupid, Maya Chen?" "Informed." Her voice steadied. "I looked you up. Everyone thinks you killed him. Do you?" She held his gaze. "I don't know yet." Something flickered across his face. Surprise. Respect. Anger. All 3 at once. "Marcus was my best friend for 15 years. He died because he was reckless and I wasn't fast enough to stop him." His voice cracked, just barely. "I think about it every single day. Does that sound like a guilty man to you?" Maya's chest tightened. "It sounds like a grieving one." Silence stretched between them like a wire pulled taut. "Get out. Mr. Cross. Get out." She left, hands shaking. Through the glass wall, she watched him sit back down, head in his hands, shoulders rigid with pain she recognized. The kind that never fully healed. Hours passed. She answered calls, organized files, avoided his office. At 6 p.m., his door opened. "Still here?" Maya looked up. "You didn't tell me when to leave. Most people don't stay past 5. I'm not most people." He studied her, leaning against the doorframe. "No. You're not. Can I ask you something?" "You're going to anyway. Why did you really hire me?" Dominic crossed the room, stopping just feet from her desk. "Because everyone else in my life has an agenda. Investors who want my money. Competitors who want me destroyed. Employees who want promotions." He paused. "You just want to pay rent and eat. That's the most honest thing I've encountered in years. That's depressing. That's reality." He turned toward the elevator. "Lock up when you leave. Code is 4721. Dominic." He stopped. She never used his first name before. I don't think you killed him. His back stayed turned. You should. It would be safer. The elevator doors closed. Maya sat alone in the empty office, city lights flickering beyond the windows. She opened her laptop and searched Marcus Webb's accident report again. Something didn't add up. The timeline was wrong. Witness statements conflicted. Evidence photos showed scuff marks that didn't match a fall. Her phone buzzed. Unknown number. Stay away from Dominic Cross. People who get close to him end up dead. Maya's blood ran cold. She looked up. Through the window, a figure stood in the building across the street. Watching. The phone buzzed again. I'm trying to save your life. Maya didn't sleep. She arrived at 7 a.m., earlier than yesterday, wearing a black pencil skirt and cream sweater borrowed from her roommate. The threats replayed in her mind. Dominic was already there. Navy suit today, tie loosened, reading glasses perched on his nose. He looked younger somehow. More human. You look terrible, he said without looking up. Thanks. You really know how to make a girl feel special. He glanced over the frames. What's wrong? Maya hesitated. The smart move was to run. Quit. Disappear. But smart moves didn't pay her student loans or her mother's medical bills. Nothing. Just didn't sleep well. Dominic removed his glasses slowly. You're a bad liar, Maya Chen. And you're a paranoid recluse, but I'm not judging. His mouth twitched. Almost a smile. My office. Now. She followed him inside. He closed the door, leaned against it. Someone contacted you. Her stomach dropped. How did you? Because it's happened before. 3 assistants ago. Someone always tries to scare them off. He crossed his arms. What did they say? Maya pulled out her phone, showed him the messages. His jaw tightened. I need to know something, she said. And I need the truth. Did you kill Marcus Webb? No. Then who did? Dominic moved to the window, hands in his pockets. Marcus discovered something. Riverside Towers was supposed to be luxury condos. But our investor, Richard Hale, was using the project to launder money. Marcus found proof. He was going to expose everything. And 2 days later, he fell 4 stories at the construction site. Ruled an accident. Dominic's reflection stared back at her in the glass. I was supposed to be there that day. Got delayed by traffic. By the time I arrived, he was already dead. You think Hale killed him? I know he did. I just can't prove it. He turned. That's why I hired you. Every assistant I've had, Hale approaches them. Threatens them. Tries to plant evidence in my office through them. He wants to finish what he started and bury me next to Marcus. Maya's hands went cold. So I'm bait. No. His voice sharpened. Your protection. He won't make a move if I have someone unpredictable close to me. Someone he can't buy or manipulate. You used me. I gave you a chance when no one else would. He stepped closer. Yes, I had an ulterior motive. But I also paid you more than you'd make anywhere else and kept you safe doing it. Safe? I got death threats. And you're still alive. The last person who helped me isn't. Pain cracked through his composure. I'm trying to protect you and catch a killer. I'm sorry if that's not noble enough for your standards. Silence filled the space between them. Maya's mind raced. Show me the evidence. Everything you have on Hale. Dominic blinked. What? If Marcus died trying to expose him, then we finish what he started. She met his eyes. I'm already involved. Might as well make it count. Something shifted in his expression. Gratitude. Fear. Hope. You don't know what you're signing up for. Then teach me. He pulled a locked drawer from his desk, extracted a flash drive. Everything's on here. Financial records. Communications. Marcus's notes from the week he died. He held it out. Once you see this, there's no going back. Maya took it. Their fingers brushed. The contact sent electricity through her skin. I stopped going back the second I walked through your door. Dominic's gaze held hers. Why are you doing this? Because I'm tired of people getting away with destroying other people's lives. She pocketed the drive. And because you looked at me like I mattered when everyone else looked through me. The air between them grew heavy. Charged. His phone shattered the moment. He answered. Listened. His face drained of color. When? Pause. I'm on my way. He hung up, grabbed his coat. What happened? Richard Hale just filed a lawsuit against me. Claims I embezzled funds from Riverside Towers. His hands shook. He's making his move. We'll fight it. We have the evidence. The flash drive I just gave you? Dominic's laugh was hollow. It's gone. My safe was emptied last night. Everything Marcus collected. Gone. Maya's blood turned to ice. That's impossible. Who has access to your office? He stared at her. Really looked at her. Only two people. Me. His voice dropped to a whisper. And you. The accusation hung in the air like poison. You think Maya's voice broke. You think I stole from you? I don't know what to think anymore. The flash drive in her pocket suddenly felt like a grenade. She pulled it out, held it up. Then what's this? Dominic went still. That's not the drive I gave you. What? He snatched it from her hand, plugged it into his computer. Files loaded. His face went white. These are fake. Fabricated evidence. If anyone finds this in your possession, you'd be arrested for conspiracy. He looked at her, something breaking in his eyes. Someone planted this on you. Someone who knew I'd give you the real drive. The pieces clicked into place. Someone who's been watching us, Maya whispered. Dominic's phone buzzed. A photo message. His hands trembled as he opened it. It was them. Taken through the window. His hand on hers. The drive being passed. Below it, smile for the prosecutor. The next morning, Maya wore jeans and a leather jacket she'd owned since college. No more pretending to fit into his world. The office felt like a trap now. Dominic stood by the windows in a steel gray suit, phone pressed to his ear. Arguing with lawyers. When he saw her, he ended the call. You shouldn't be here. Neither should you. Maya dropped her bag on the desk. But here we are. Hale's building a case. He has photos of us exchanging what looks like evidence. He'll claim you're an accomplice. Dominic's voice was flat. Defeated. Your name is attached to mine now. That's a death sentence. Then we clear both our names. How? The real evidence is gone. All we have are accusations and a dead man's legacy. He turned away. I'm calling my lawyer. I'm going to tell him you had nothing to do with any of this. You were just an employee who got caught in the crossfire. Don't. Maya. I said don't. She moved closer. You throw me under the bus to save yourself, and Hale wins. He gets rid of you and pins everything on the desperate girl nobody will believe. Is that what Marcus would have wanted? Pain flashed across his face. Marcus would have wanted me to keep you safe. Then stop treating me like I'm breakable. They stood inches apart. Close enough to feel the heat radiating between them. Close enough to see the war raging behind his eyes. I can't lose someone else, he whispered. You won't. Maya's hand found his. But we fight together or we don't fight at all. His fingers closed around hers. Tight. Desperate. There might be one copy left. Marcus kept a backup. Dominic's voice dropped. In his apartment. But Hale's been watching it. The second we go near it, he'll know. So we make him look somewhere else. What are you suggesting? Maya pulled out her phone, typed a message, showed it to him. I have the evidence. Meet me at Riverside Towers. Midnight. Come alone. Dominic's eyes widened. You're insane. I'm giving him what he wants. Me. Scared. Isolated. Making a mistake. She hit send. While you get the real files. Absolutely not. He's a killer, Maya. Which is why I won't actually be there. She grabbed her jacket. I'll make him think I am. Let him on a chase long enough for you to get what we need. And if he catches you? He won't. Dominic grabbed her arm. This isn't a game. If something happens to you, then you finish this. You take him down. You make sure Marcus didn't die for nothing. Her voice softened. That's the deal. He stared at her like he was memorizing her face. Then he pulled her close, arms wrapping around her in a crushing embrace. Maya's breath caught. She'd never been held like this. Like she was precious. Like losing her would break something irreparable. Come back to me, he said against her hair. I will. He released her slowly. Maya Chen. The girl who walked into the wrong office and turned my entire world upside down. Dominic Cross. The man who looked at me and saw someone worth saving. Their foreheads touched. A moment suspended in time. Then she was gone. 11:45 p.m. Maya stood in the shadows of Riverside Towers, the unfinished building looming like a skeleton against the night sky. Her phone buzzed. I'm inside. Second floor. Where are you? Hale had taken the bait. She texted back, ground level. West entrance. Then she ran. Footsteps echoed behind her. Heavy. Fast. Maya darted through the construction site, concrete dust filling her lungs. She'd memorized the layout. 3 exits. Multiple hiding spots. You can't run forever, Miss Chen. Hale's voice bounced off exposed beams. She ducked behind a stack of drywall, heart hammering. Her phone vibrated. Dominic, I'm in. Found the files. Get out of there. Now. A hand grabbed her shoulder. Maya screamed, twisting free, but Hale caught her wrist. Mid-50s. Expensive black overcoat. Cold smile. Stupid girl. Did you really think you could outsmart me? No. Maya's voice steadied. I just needed to stall you. His expression shifted. Confusion. Then rage. Police sirens wailed in the distance. Growing closer. What did you do? I recorded everything. Every threat. Every message. She yanked her arm free. And I sent it to every news outlet in the city 20 minutes ago. Along with your location. Hale's face contorted. You have nothing. No evidence. No proof. Wrong. Dominic's voice cut through the darkness. He stepped from the shadows, holding a tablet. Behind him, 3 police officers emerged, weapons drawn. Marcus Webb documented everything. Financial fraud. Bribery. And a confession you made to him the day before he died, recorded on his phone. Dominic's voice was ice. You killed my best friend. And you tried to destroy an innocent woman to cover it up. Hale lunged. Maya didn't think. She just moved. Stepped between them as Hale's hand came down, something metal glinting in his grip. Pain exploded across her shoulder. She hit the ground. The last thing she heard was Dominic screaming her name. White ceiling tiles. Antiseptic smell. Steady beeping. Maya's eyes opened slowly. Hospital room. Afternoon light filtering through blinds. Her shoulder throbbed beneath layers of bandages. You're awake. Dominic sat in the chair beside her bed. He looked wrecked. 3-day stubble. Wrinkled white dress shirt. Hair disheveled. Beautiful and broken. How long? Her voice came out rough. 2 days. The knife missed anything vital, but you lost blood. His hands gripped the armrests. The doctors said you were lucky. Lucky. Maya laughed, then winced. That's one word for it. Stupid is another. Reckless. Suicidal. His voice cracked. What were you thinking? I was thinking he was going to kill you. So you took a knife meant for me? Dominic stood abruptly, pacing. Do you have any idea what that did to me? Watching you fall. Seeing your blood on the concrete. Thinking I'd lost you because I was too slow. Again. Dominic. I can't. He stopped, back turned. I can't care about someone and watch them sacrifice themselves for me. I already buried one person I loved. I won't survive burying you too. The word hung in the air. Loved. Maya's heart stumbled. What did you just say? He faced her. Raw. Unguarded. You heard me. Say it again. I love you, Maya Chen. I've loved you since you walked into my office soaking wet and desperate and still brave enough to look me in the eye. He moved to her bedside. And it terrifies me. Because everyone I love ends up hurt. Not everyone. She reached for his hand. Hale's in custody, right? Charged with murder, attempted murder, fraud, and about 15 other crimes. Marcus's evidence was airtight. Dominic's thumb traced circles on her palm. You did it. You got justice for him. We did it. You took a knife for me. And I'd do it again. Maya squeezed his hand. Because somewhere between the wrong door and the right moment, you became the person I couldn't lose either. Dominic sat on the edge of her bed, careful not to jostle her. I'm not good at this. Relationships. Trusting people. Being vulnerable. Good thing I'm patient. I'm broken, Maya. So am I. She cupped his face. But maybe broken people are the only ones who know how to handle each other's sharp edges. He leaned in, hesitating. Asking permission. Maya closed the distance. The kiss was soft. Tentative. Like testing the waters of something fragile and new. When they pulled apart, his forehead rested against hers. I don't deserve you. Too bad. You're stuck with me now. Is that a promise or a threat? Both. Dominic smiled. Really smiled. The kind that reached his eyes and erased years of pain from his face. What happens now? Maya asked. Now? He tucked a strand of hair behind her ear. Now we rebuild. The company. Our lives. Everything Hale tried to destroy. His voice softened. Together. If you want to. I walked into the wrong office and found exactly where I was supposed to be. Maya's fingers threaded through his. So yes. Together. 3 months later, Maya stood in Dominic's office wearing a burgundy wrap dress and heels that actually fit. Her shoulder had healed, leaving only a thin scar she wore like a badge of survival. The city sprawled beyond the windows. Riverside Towers was being rebuilt. Properly this time. A memorial plaque for Marcus Webb would hang in the lobby. Arms wrapped around her waist from behind. Dominic rested his chin on her good shoulder. Ready? Ready. They'd been invited to testify at Hale's trial. Final day. Closing arguments. The jury would decide today. Maya turned in his embrace. Whatever happens, we face it together. He kissed her forehead. Always. Her phone buzzed. A text from the prosecutor. Guilty on all counts. It's over. Maya's breath released. Dominic read over her shoulder, his grip tightening. Marcus can rest now, he whispered. So can you. They stood there as the sun set over the city, two people who'd found each other in the wreckage and built something beautiful from the ruins. Maya had walked through the wrong door. But sometimes the biggest mistakes lead to the most extraordinary destinations. And sometimes, the person you're meant to find is waiting in the last place you'd ever think to look. Dominic kissed her temple. Thank you. For what? For being brave enough to stay when everyone else ran. For seeing me when I was invisible. For loving me when I forgot how to love myself. Maya turned, cupping his face. You gave me a chance when I had nothing. You saw worth in me when I'd forgotten I had any. You made me feel like I mattered. You do matter. More than anything. The office around them faded. Just two survivors. Two fighters. Two people who'd walked through fire and found home in each other. I love you, Dominic Cross. I love you, Maya Chen. My greatest risk. My biggest reward. They kissed as the city lights flickered to life below, a promise of new beginnings stretching endlessly ahead. Some doors are meant to be walked through, even the wrong ones. Especially the wrong ones. The end.